Ray, so what is your favorite fat burner supplement?
Well, it's not just a supplement, it's actually an entire protocol, one that I've just started recently using on patients and testing out myself as well. And it's actually to do with neurotransmitters, because all of the cravings and our metabolism and basically our get up and go have a lot to do with our serotonin and dopamine balance in the system. And a lot of people, especially people that are following Dr. Google, are going online and saying, oh, you know, increasing dopamine is important, so they go buy a supplement that increases dopamine. But what happens is when you start to take some supplements to increase dopamine, you might actually negatively impact some of your other neurotransmitters over time. They actually start to deplete each other, and then you might actually start to deplete some of the other vitamin and nutraceutical elements in the system as well, such as glutathione or methylation. So it's quite a complicated protocol where we give amino acid precursors to increase the serotonin and dopamine levels in the brain, which it definitely will help with energy, it helps with cortisol regulation, it also helps with weight loss in numerous ways, not least regulating appetite, getting you to actually desire good foods. It actually reduces a tendency toward addictions. It can be food addiction, it can be alcohol addiction. So when we start to balance the neurochemicals in the brain properly, this protocol also involves lab testing, then weight loss is a natural side effect because you're actually bringing the entire body back into balance.
Hi Jaden, what is your favorite fat burner supplement?
Favorite fat burner supplement?
Yeah.
So last year I was competing in a men's physique show at a provincial level in BC, and I did ECA, which is ephedrine, caffeine, and baby aspirin. The dosage was on the ephedrine, it was 24 milligrams, the aspirin was 81, and the caffeine was 200. And I found that was enough where it accelerated the fat loss, but it also gave me enough energy because I was following a lower carbohydrate diet, doing the cardio. So I really felt like that worked in tandem with everything else I was doing. It gave me enough energy to really go hard with my cardio, to go hard with my workouts, and I got the most dialed I feel that I've ever been, the best shape that I've ever been when I started doing the ECA. So that, in my opinion, would be one of the most effective fat burners to at least try for you and to see kind of the results that you get leading into your next show or your next fat loss phase.
Hi Danae.
Hi!
So what is your favorite fat burner supplement?
My favorite fat burners? I do like green coffee bean extract and green tea extract, but because I've competed 3 times this past 9 months, my actual favorite fat burner is actually ephedrine. And I actually take it with a great cup of Americano right before I work out, and it's a great feeling. And I also do take it in just a really small dosage, but that has been the most effective option here for me when it comes down to fat burners.
So man, tell me, what is your favorite fat burner supplement?
I'd have to say, well, first of all, as I'm sure you would agree, the eating program that you have your clients on is probably the most important thing. I think that should be considered first before you start introducing various supplements to clients, because the eating part is the part that most people struggle with at the beginning. So once that's sorted out and they're on an eating schedule that's effective for fat loss specifically, then I think it's important to then educate the client on various supplements that can be effective for that. So the one that I've used the most extensively, and I know works from literally more than 20 years experience, is the use of essential fatty acids in an eating program. And the reason why is because essential fats, more specifically omega-3s, although omega-6s are also important for to get both, is that the omega-3s have the effect of increasing or upregulating the genes that make you burn fat and downregulating the genes that make you store fat. So that's actually a very powerful effect that you can have, and you can use that as your primary source of fats in your nutrition program. So it can actually be introduced to the program itself, and as I mentioned, the primary source of fat. So that's what I would start with personally, and that's what I recommend in the programs that I design as one of the supplements. Now, if the individual is not sensitive to stimulants, something as simple as caffeine can be used as well. However, it should only be used, in my opinion, at before a workout, not after a workout. And the reason why is there's about 2 decades worth of research that actually has proven that if you consume caffeine before a workout, it'll actually help to free fatty acids to be burned during exercise. And I think that's a valuable piece. You can use a strong cup of coffee. Some people like to take it in the form of like a caffeine tablet. I generally don't recommend that, but if that's what people like and find that that's convenient for them, that's an option. There's also herbal options as well. So I think around the 200 milligram range would be the maximum you'd want to consume. And I also want to stress the importance that you don't want to be consuming caffeine post-exercise because it will actually have the opposite effect. So those are the 2 essential fats and or using a little bit of caffeine before workouts. And essential fats I typically have my clients consume with every meal. And that way they're getting their good fats throughout the day, and it's also an additional source of energy. So that's pretty much how I'd sum it up. So food is the foundation, and then add those other supplements or nutrients to your program to maximize your results.
Well,